First award honors the new kid on the block, the NBA Rookie of the Year. This season saw a number of brilliant rookies enter the NBA. But one player in particular captured the imagination and attention of fans throughout the country. His high-flying acrobatics and infectious enthusiasm helped lead his team into the playoffs for the first time in 4 years and was one of the major reasons that nearly doubled the Chicago Bulls' attendance. And from the Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan.
On behalf of Miller Brewing Association, I'm very happy to receive the award, although, Keem and other rookies in the league just the same won the award as I have. I think my year was very, very experimental for me. I'm very happy that I achieved so much, and hopefully next year will be more promising. If not, then maybe I'll retire after 2 years. Thanks a lot, very much.
Michael Jordan plays exciting high-flying forward in the great NBA tradition of Elgin Baylor and Julius Erving.
That's one of the few guys that I would pay to watch play, because he is so talented and so much fun to watch. And if they can get a couple more just good players with him, they'll be championship contenders.
He got out of the way. Let's watch this one again. This deserves a second look. Michael taking off. The patented tongue comes out. Just in front of that line. Look at this. The double clutch, the reach out, and the stuff. He got 49. I don't believe it. Unbelievable. There we go. If that's not a 50, I don't know who didn't give him 10, but I want to see that, Judge. Second dunk in the semifinals. Michael Jordan. Now, Michael got some elevation that time. He had his head up there, and he did some creativity on that one. So Michael seems to be warming up.
Jordan has a 49 and a 49. Terrence Stansberry, a 49, 45, and a 50. And Drexler probably in danger of being eliminated, 46.
Oh, I love it. He went straight to the basket just like he was floating on air, turned sideways, gave a little move to the side, and floated sideways to throw it in.
Will they give Michael Jordan a 50?
I don't know.
Got one yet today. There it is.
That is Air Jordan at his best.
The semifinalists are going to be Michael Jordan with 148 points in the semifinal round, and Jerome Kersey.
Hello.
How you going to keep him down on the ground after he scored a 50? I don't know.
What do you think of what's happening so far, Spud, with Michael?
Well, he's took his dunking to another notch, and he's taking a more difficult dunk.
You like that one?
Oh, that was great. I wish I had the hands to do that.
48 he gets again. The judges real tough here in this final round. Well, Kersey needs a 50. And even with a 50, it would put him in trouble.
Well, that's almost a repeat of the one that he came in from the side, turning sideways on it, but he needed to make sure he made it.
So Michael Jordan is our winner with 146 points. In the final round, he had a dunk of 48, 48, and 50. Michael Jordan now at center court, ready to receive his trophy.
Two finalists will be previous champions, the defending champion Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins. And this is what the crowd's been waiting for.
Be hard not to give him 50 on that one, Steve. That was impressive.
He got a 50. Michael Jordan needs a 48 to tie, a 49 to win. Well, the crowd lets you know what they think of it. Now we will wait for the judges. They gave him a 50. They gave Jordan a 50. He defends his championship.
The NBA leader in scoring and steals, an all-star each of his 4 seasons. The charismatic star of the Chicago Bulls, 6'6", Michael Jordan.
Lead is 6. Lever defending Jordan. What can you do? 22 for Michael Jordan now. 10-point lead for the East, 120 to 110. Jordan follows up Isaiah. Aguirre gets the rebound, and they can cut it to 7. But a loose ball, and Jordan winds up with it. Ewing. And that may do it. I have never seen an all-star game that had such spectacular passing and plays and thundering plays like this from beginning to end, Billy.
Oh, what a way to end this ball game.
In a league of stars, in a game of stars, you were the star of stars. Congratulations on being the 1988 All-Star MVP.
In just your 4th season, you've established yourself as an intimidating force on both ends of the court, leading the Chicago Bulls to a 50-32 record, their best in 14 years. Michael, nobody does it better. Congratulations to you from Edge and from your fans all over the country.
I think a lot of gratitude have to go out to my teammates and my coaching staff and the fans of Chicago. I think without them, I couldn't accomplish the feats that I did. And hopefully we can come back and do the same thing next year and improve our record and do better in the playoffs and just have an all-around better season next season. Thanks a lot.
You had time now to reflect on the season. What will you remember most about this past year? So great season for you.
Well, I think it's just the way that the team came together, and although we didn't look as good as most teams did on paper, we really went out and played hard and accomplished a lot of feats that a lot of people didn't think we could accomplish. And individually, I think it helped me show all-around talents that I felt I had, and my teammates had a lot to do with that.
It has to be a frustrating feeling to sit here and watch the two teams playing the playoffs despite the fact you had the great year. What's missing from the Bulls that will get you up to the next level?
I think our primary goal is to get another score because I think that most teams play against us really feel they have to stop me to stop the Chicago Bulls. And once we feel that we can get another scorer who can take up that leadership and that scoring, I think it's going to make us a much better team.
You've been the NBA scoring champion the last 2 years. You wouldn't mind relinquishing some of that role?
No, I wouldn't mind. If we're going to get more wins and accomplish more feats as a team, I think all the individual accolades that I've captured at this time, I can render some of the things for some of those accolades for other players.
Michael, I know that millions of basketball fans around the world, not to mention 18,000 here and a few million in Chicago, join me in congratulating you on a great season and your second MVP award. I'd like to ask Chuck Goldthwait, Vice President of S.C. Johnson Company, to help me make the presentation.
Chicago Bulls fans everywhere know this year's Most Valuable Player Award has an heir apparent. This heir led the scoring in the NBA for the 5th consecutive time and led your very own Chicago Bulls to the best record they've ever had in their franchise history. On behalf of S.C. Johnson Wax, makers of Edge Shave Gel, America's #1 shaving preparation, it's my pleasure to present the 1991 Edge Most Valuable Player Award to Michael Jordan.
Awarded the league's MVP, it's Michael's 3rd, and after scoring 30 points a game, shooting over 50%,
and finishing 6th in steals. Mike deserves it. We should all be like Mike.
Here we are, we're fighting for our lives in the second round, 3-3 with a team that we were supposed to sweep. If we would have lost that game, then no telling what would have been happening. Pippen would have probably been traded. You know, everybody else on the team would have been condemned. Phil Jackson probably would have been fired. You know, you never know. You know, basketball would never been the same.
Putting the Blazers behind them, the Bulls brought their long championship journey to an end.
Feel it, they can smell it right now. They're seconds away from winning back-to-back world championships.
Their second title run had been even more demanding than the first, and now they could finally enjoy it.
The Chicago Bulls have won the NBA championship for the second straight season.
And let the celebration begin here in the Windy City.
Chicago Stadium is going wild, as you can imagine. The Bulls have repeated.
Let the party begin.
One is great, two is almost impossible. Congratulations, Chicago.
It's the happiest moment in years. Oh, it feels so good. Come on.
Michael will allow you to speak first on behalf of your teammates.
Well, I think everybody put their effort out there. You know, from Corey Williams to Ed Neal, all the guys that was on the injury reserve. You know, this is a hard-fought three-peat. You know what I mean? It took a lot of work. A lot of times it looked kind of dim, but we stuck in there. We hung together as a team, and you know, this is the reward of what the hard work does for you.
Thank you. The crowd here kind of blocks us from seeing the monitor. We'll try, but until Pax's winning three-pointer, you had all the points for the Bulls in the fourth quarter.
I knew Pax was going to make that. I just knew it whenever he got it. It was a great draw in. And, you know, for my part, I just try to do whatever I can. I hope you enjoy it, Bob. It feels good right now.
Is it joy, or is it relief, or is it a combination? This has been a great year, but a tough year.
It's both. You know, it's a relief. Plus, it's great to win. You know, I think we've gone through a lot. Me, personally, I've gone through a lot of ups and downs. But to cap it off this way means a lot to me, believe me.
It is now time to make the presentation to this year's NBA All-Star MVP, and to make that presentation, the Commissioner of the NBA, David Stern. Thank you, San Antonio, for being such gracious hosts and hostesses, and thank you, Michael Jordan, for winning your second MVP, 20 points, 4 rebounds. It's nice to have you back. Congratulations. Michael, welcome back. You still set the standard for greatness, determination, and leadership. Congratulations, 1995-96 NBA Most Valuable Player.
The most valuable player of the All-Star game, the most valuable player of the season, and he's determined to be the most valuable player of the finals.
The Chicago Bulls have won the 95-96 NBA championship, taken 4 in 6 years, as they defeat the Sonics 87-75, and they are going wild in the Windy City. An emotional moment for Michael Jordan. The tears are flowing. In regulation, the inbound. Pippen rolls it to Kukoc, and the Chicago Bulls have won their 5th championship in the last 7 years. Just 0.6 of a second remaining. It's a 4-point lead. There will, now probably they'll say now it's over. The clock did run out. The Utah Jazz indicating that there still should have been 0.6 of a second remaining, but the indication is it is all over. The Bulls have won the title by defeating the Jazz 90-86. It is bedlam here at the United Center. Chicago Bulls, their 2nd straight championship, 5 in 7 years. For the Utah Jazz, the conclusion to what has been a terrific season. A record of 64-18, a franchise record, but this is how it concluded for the Jazz.
Marv, the height of Tony Kukoc on the inbounds pass, he deflected that ball, and when it bounced, Scotty just dove for it, and then the finishing slam for Kukoc to cap it.
That was Shandon Anderson on the floor, not really a threat. Scottie Pippen looking to hang in the middle of the floor, so quick to it, and then having the wherewithal to knock it loose to Kukoc before he can get fouled.
And Phil Jackson, so calm, so at peace with himself. And then the triumphant fist in the air. And he starts whistling, the true sign of a coach.
Chicago, that directed to Michael Jordan, who finished as the runner-up of the regular season to Karl Malone. The celebration continues here at the United Center in Chicago.
Well, it was obviously Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen carrying the offensive load, but they desperately needed their supporting cast, not with any mammoth numbers or anything like that, but just key plays here and there. They got it from Judd Bushler. They got it from Tony Kukoc on that last defensive play. And did they ever get it from Steve Kerr on the game-winning field goal?
And then when it was all over, Karl Malone goes by and congratulates Phil Jackson. An emotional moment there, very tough and disappointing. You don't get this far very many times. And then the 2 MVPs, Jordan and Karl Malone.
And the man who hit the game winner, Steve Kerr, out of the University of Arizona in his 9th NBA season, had not been shooting well throughout the series. We mentioned the critical shot he missed from deep in the corner in game number 4. But he hit the big one here this evening.
Well, it was 2 games ago that Phil Jackson challenged Steve Kerr to get much tougher and more physical defensively against John Stockton, telling him that he was going to stay with him if he gave it to him at the defensive end. In game 5, Steve Kerr got tangled up with Stockton on a couple of occasions. In fact, getting it technical, but that big field goal by Steve Kerr has to make him feel very, very good.
Well, this capacity crowd remaining. We have lots more to come. We'll be talking to some of the key members from both teams. We'll have the presentation of the championship trophy by NBA Commissioner David Stern and the announcement and presentation of the NBA Finals MVP trophy. We'll be back in Chicago after this from your local station.
Michael Jordan has said it many times. He considers Madison Square Garden to be the mecca of basketball. If, in fact, this is his final NBA All-Star game, it's a perfect place to make a last statement in this game and bow out with it.
He's told all the players, bring your A game, because I'm coming out tonight to put on the show.
And there you see Kobe Bryant in the foreground, the man many have dubbed the next Michael Jordan. Of course, that's a bit silly. There will be no next Michael Jordan, but the combination of skill and flair that Kobe Bryant brings to the game has already captivated the country. Here is Michael. The head fake on Garnett. Over him into the lane with the game's first two.
So much for being sick. Yeah, I think he's okay. He's got the bounce. He's got the skip. He's ready to put on the show here today.
And his shot rattles out. Here comes Bryant ahead of the field. Reverse slam.
See, that was a ooh and a ah and a clap. That's called a 360 in-your-face slam dunk at 19.
He's got the ball in his hands again. To Garnett. Back to Kobe.
See, that's the ooh. Kobe and Garnett. You know, two of the youngest, the superstars, keying up, eyeing each other. As they get their tempo and they get their rhythm, the game and the pace will start to quicken.
Kemp pushing it up the floor, takes it in, dumps it off to Hill, and the reverse isn't there, but Jordan stuffs it home.
Well, I listen to him all the time because I was young and afraid like Kobe Bryant.
Count it, plus the foul for Jordan, who now has 8 and a chance for 9. Jordan left alone. That's usually not a real good idea.
But Michael Jordan has the real handle.
David Robinson just looked at him and said, do you ever miss jumpers? Just to go to Division I and be on TV every now and then. Now here he is at the ultimate game.
Kobe Bryant couldn't stop Michael Jordan. Robinson came over to try to help on a double team, but Michael hit the hoop anyway.
Because they all want him back, and the people in Chicago love him.
And Jordan nails a 3 for emphasis.
The all-star of all-stars, the MVP, Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan has said it many times. He considers Madison Square Garden to be the mecca of basketball. If, in fact, this is his final NBA All-Star game, it's a perfect place to make a last statement in this game and bow out with it.
He's told all the players, bring your A game, because I'm coming out tonight to put on the show.
And there you see Kobe Bryant in the foreground, the man many have dubbed the next Michael Jordan. Of course, that's a bit silly. There will be no next Michael Jordan.
To him all the time because I was young and afraid like Kobe Bryant.
Count it, plus the foul for Jordan, who now has 8 and a chance for 9. Jordan left alone. That's usually not a real good idea.
But Michael Jordan has the real handle.
David Robinson just looked at him and said, do you ever miss jumpers? Just to go to Division I and be on TV every now and then. Now here he is at the ultimate game.
Kobe Bryant couldn't stop Michael Jordan. Robinson came over to try to help on a double team, but Michael hit the hoop anyway.
Because they all want him back, and the people in Chicago love him.
And Jordan nails a 3 for emphasis.
The all-star of all-stars, the MVP, Michael Jordan.
It's been about championships and not hardware for Michael Jordan. Individual honors are fine, and winning a 5th MVP award and 2nd since returning from that baseball fantasy camp is no doubt flattering. But Monday's honor will never fill the void Jordan will feel if the Bulls fail to win 7 more games in the next month.
As you know, the ultimate goal for me right now is to win the 6th championship. And I think we're in the middle of that, and I think we will accomplish that. And, you know, with this accolade, it will not be cherished until we accomplish the 6th championship.
In 3 significant categories, this was actually the worst of Jordan's MVP seasons. But there were less tangible and far more important reasons why Jordan easily outdistanced Karl Malone, Gary Payton, and Shaquille O'Neal for the award. Jordan's leadership, his presence, his aura were never more powerful and never more necessary than during Scottie Pippen's 35-game absence earlier this season.
I like to think that, my reason for winning this award is, my consistency to constantly step on the basketball court each and every night and be a threat and force teams to double and triple team you, and yet still be able to succeed when those situations happen. Most of my progression has been not physically, but mentally, and sure, my skills physically is not quite the same in 1988 in 1998 as it was in 88, but I feel I'm a much better basketball player.
And now he's matured into a player that knows how to use his team, knows how to use his own threat to create shots for other players, and picks and chooses his time to play the kind of game that he played really yesterday on his own terms.
And anytime you can continue to add on to what you've always accomplished, I'm sure that means a lot to him. I mean, winning, whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. I mean, when you can continue to build, that just, shows a sign of your greatness.
Jordan with 43. Malone is doubled. They swat at it and steal it. Here comes Chicago. 17 seconds. 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan open. Chicago with the lead. Timeout, Utah. 5.2 seconds left. Michael Jordan running on fumes with 45 points.
At the end of the game, you got to get it out of his hands. Jordan frees himself up for a clean look. The greatest thing about Jordan is he has all the tricks. That's why it's so difficult to guard him.
If that's the last image of Michael Jordan, how magnificent is it?
I don't think you can put it into words, Bob. I mean, what he's done here in this fourth period.
They go out in 6. Stockton. Harper's on him. Behind the screen. Harper got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship, and it's their second three-peat. Jackson and Jordan, perhaps for the last time.
Tonight, you gave one of the singular performances in the history of the NBA Finals. 1998 NBA Finals MVP, Michael Jordan.
Six of them. 6 of them. Yes, sir. 6 of them. Now, y'all say whatever you want. They can't win until we quit.